Donald Trump spoke just a short time ago to my colleague Kimberly Guilfoyle over on Fox News. Trump saying that he will have, quote, a comprehensive plan on immigration within the next 2 weeks.
But we're going to start off by securing the border, by getting rid of a horrible criminal element that's causing tremendous havoc, drug dealers, gang members, etc. And I think people will be extremely happy. And I'll be announcing something within the next 2 weeks, a very comprehensive plan on immigration.
All right. Joining me now is political reporter for the Daily Caller, Kerry Picket, former president of the National Federation of Republican Women and member of the Wisconsin Women for Trump, Sue Lynch, and Republican campaign strategist and Fox News contributor Tony Sayegh. Tony, you're here with me, so let's start with you. What do you make? Because there's been a lot of confusion about where is Trump on this immigration issue. It sounds like after Labor Day, we're going to start ramping this up with a very specific plan. Good or bad?
Yeah, no, look, good in that he's obviously focusing the tone on being a bit more humanitarian in the approach and talking more compassionately about the issue of immigration, which, by the way, Donald Trump has always been against illegal immigration. There have been very clever attempts by the left to make it as if he's against all immigrants. But he's focused mostly about the southern border. He keeps the idea of keeping the wall. But even in his current plan that we're beginning to hear a lot more about in depth, he does not have a pathway to citizenship or a pathway to legalization. But what he is doing is prioritizing the way a policy would look. You kick out the illegal felons and criminals who are here. You enforce existing law, which, by the way, does end up deporting a lot of people. That's how Barack Obama deported the most of any president in U.S. history in his first term. And the third piece is obviously, again, back to the wall down and protecting the border to make sure we don't have any more obvious proliferation of illegal terror.
Kerry Picket, what do you make of this news? Because, again, this is an area of contention. It's an important issue upon which he ran for, especially during the primaries. And it also gets the subject, this is what he did tonight by doing this, gets the subject off of the racist story and gets it back onto policy. What do you make of that?
Well, certainly. I mean, right now you do have some of his former primary opponents who are sort of saying, see, we told you so. He is flip-flopping, along with even some of his critics who are saying the same thing. However, this just means that he is transitioning from a primary argument to a more of a general election argument, and simply saying that he is giving details, which is what people were demanding, and is going forward with the campaign, which is simply more efficient and simply tighter. And I think that's something that even his staunchest anti-amnesty supporters will eventually have to accept, because like even those GOPers who are unsure about Trump, at this point they really don't have any other choice but to support Trump. Otherwise, Hillary Clinton will become president.
Sue Lynch, I'm going to pop another breaking news item on you. Just moments ago, we learned from the State Department they will not release any more of Hillary Clinton's calendar. Remember, the AP found out that a majority of people were donors to the Clinton Foundation that she met with that were non-governmental people. Now they're saying, no, we're not going to release any more of her calendar until after the election. Doesn't that smell like they're hiding something?
It sure does. You know, that's just a continuation of what's been going on over the last several months with the email scandal. And I can tell you that once they understand that the American people are not going to tolerate this type of secrecy, it will only be reflected on Election Day in November when we elect Mr. Trump president.
Tony, this was the Reno event that she had yesterday. That's the only campaign event she had all week. That was it. Yeah. So why isn't she out? I mean, Donald Trump's everywhere.
Yeah. Well, she's been insulting the press by clearly not even opening herself up to a press conference in now 265 days. She's only really participating in very high-end fundraisers from Los Angeles to Nantucket and beyond. Hillary Clinton does not want to have to engage in any major public debate or questions with the media. Even the AP, and you cite that report that came out, something that's viewed as mostly a left-wing or at least mainstream media organization, has exposed the fact that all the meetings Hillary Clinton elected to take, that she didn't have to as part of her duties as Secretary of State, 60% of which were for donors from the Clinton Foundation. This is the type of story that's going to continue to evolve the more she exposes herself. And even in the Nevada event yesterday, that was supposed to be a speech on jobs and the economy.
Right.
She talked about Donald Trump as a bigot, a racist, a neo-Nazi.
It changed the conversation. She pulled a Trump on Trump.
That's all she's focusing on.
She changed the conversation. Well, we're out of time, so I got to leave it there. But anyway, Kerry, Picket, Sue Lynch, Tony Sayegh, thank you all very, very much for joining us tonight.